Yes, good morning students. Welcome back to your social studies class. I hope you all have enjoyed your summer vacation. Now it's time to get back to your studies. So now we are going to start with our first chapter of geography, environment. In your early classes you all have discussed about different concepts about environment, that what is environment, what are the different components environment. In class 6 you all have studied about the earth, about the solar system. So now we came to know about the detailed discussion about environment. So starting with the introduction of environment. So what is environment? Whatever we see in our surrounding is called environment, or we can say the condition which makes our life favorable is called environment. For example, when we talk about environment, environment is categorized into two categories. First is natural environment and second one is human made environment. So when we talk about natural environment means the things which are which given by the nature to us in a form of gift. We call them natural environment. For example, land, air, water, all these came under natural environment because these are not created by human. These things are created by nature itself. That's why they came under the category of natural environment. After this, the second form of environment is human made environment. This type of environment consider the things which are created by human, like roads, bridges, dams, the boat on which we ride things, the chalk which we used. All these things came under the human made environment because these are not created naturally, these are created by human. So this is about the environment. As we know that environment also provide us basic things like air, water, land and food. So without environment it becomes very difficult for us to find out land, air, water, food ourselves, because air is not created by, it is very difficult to create air, it is very difficult to create food by ourselves. So environment provide us basic things which are required for our life support system, which are land, air, water and food. So this is the introduction about the environment. The topic that we are going to discuss in this chapter are components of environment. First topic that we are going to discuss is components of environment, which include biotic and abiotic. Then second, natural environment, and third is human made environment. Right? We will discuss about all these components of environment, all these topics one by one. So starting with our first topic, which is component of environment, which include two components, biotic and abiotic. Yes, as we have studied earlier that natural environment comprises of two type of environment. One is natural environment and second one is human made environment. So before explaining these two environment in detail, first we should understand that when we talk about environment, it means the things which are surrounding by living organism like place, people, thing and nature. So when we talk about environment, we consider all these things because living things are surrounded by different places, different people, different thing and nature itself. So whenever we talk about environment, it comprises of the things which are naturally found in environment, which can be living or which can be non-living. And also when we talk about environment, it consists of the things which are created by human. So when we talk about natural environment, it means the environment which is created by nature itself. It includes two type of things. First is biotic and second one is abiotic. When we talk about biotic, it means the world of living organisms. When we talk about the things which are living in nature, we call them biotic components, and when we talk about the things which are from non-living area, we call them abiotic components. So whenever we talk about natural environment, it comprises of both components. One is living component and second one is non-living component. Then came to the second component of environment, which is human environment. So human environment consists of the activities, creations and interactions among human beings. As we know that there are very different things which is created by the human, like roads, dams, bridges. So all these things consist of all these things consist of things which we have taken from nature. So human environment is not completed without natural environment. So without natural environment, it is not possible for human to complete all its activity, because we depend upon nature. For example, for doing human activities like farming, for doing human activity like fishing, we all require natural environment as well. So for performing all the activities, for example, we want to create road. So for creating a road, we required various things which we get from nature. Like we require land, we require soil, we require various things that we get from nature. So human environment and natural environment, both, if when we talk about these two components, they both create environment as a total. So without natural environment, human environment is not of any benefit. Same, when there is no human environment, then natural environment cannot be used for its best use. For example, if land is found in an area, and if there is no one who can produce crops on that particular land, so what is the benefit of that land? So at that time, for using the land, different human activities are to be practiced, so that the natural environment can be used for its best use, right? So we call them the components of environment. As you all students have a diagram of components of environment in your books, in which the component of environment is categorized in three forms. First is natural environment, in which you discuss about land, air, water and different things which we get from nature. Then comes second, which is human made. Human made comprises of roads, buildings, schools, hospitals. So all these things came under the category of human made environment. And the last thing which consists of environment is human environment. So when we talk about individual, when we talk about family, it came under the category of human environment, because family is created with the help of emotions. You know, individual comprises of various emotions in itself. So when we talk about the creations of human, the interactions of human with other human beings, we call them human environment. So this was the first topic of this chapter, components of environment, which include mainly two components. One is natural component and second one is human component. Natural component consists of living as well as non-living, and human environment consists of the components which are made by the human, as well as the emotions or interactions between one human being to. Yes, now moving to the second topic of this chapter, natural environment. We have discussed earlier that natural environment consists of two components, which include living things and non-living things. So natural environment consists of land, water, air, plants and animals. So plants and animals came under the category of living things, and land, water and air came under the category of non-living things. So here we can say that natural environment consists of biotic as well as abiotic components. So here the biotic components are plants and animals, and abiotic components are land, water and air. So now moving to the next thing, which is the part of a natural environment. The first main part of natural environment is lithosphere. So what is lithosphere? Lithosphere is a solid crust on the hard top layer of the earth. The top layer of earth which is visible to us in the form of land is called lithosphere. So lithosphere is made up of rocks and minerals which is covered with thin layer of soil. We all can see that our land is covered with very thin layer of soil, but inside the soil we can get different type of rocks and different type of minerals. Then third, lithosphere consists of landforms such as mountains, valleys, plateaus and plains. So mountains are found on the surface of land, which is also a part of lithosphere. Same plateaus which are also found on land, which is also a part of lithosphere. Then plains means farms which are also found on land, and land is the topmost layer of the earth which is known as lithosphere. So all these landforms like mountains, plateaus, plains and valleys, all these are found on lithosphere. Then lithosphere provide us forests, grassland for grazing, land for agriculture, human settlement. All these things are provided us by lithosphere. So forests are found on which land, which is also a part of lithosphere. Grasslands are found for grazing, like animals have to graze to complete their work. So grasslands for grazing are also found on lithosphere. Then land for agriculture, for growing crops and for completing our food activities we require to perform agriculture activity. So agriculture activity is also possible on the surface of land, which is called lithosphere. Then human settlement, we all required houses to live in, so human settlement is also possible on the very most surface layer of earth, which is called lithosphere. And we also get minerals from lithosphere, like minerals coal and iron. We also get these minerals from the lithosphere. So this is the first component of natural environment, which is lithosphere. We have discussed that lithosphere is very much important for all of us, because lithosphere provide us various things such as forest, grassland, fields for agriculture, for settlement of human we get land, for construction of houses. So lithosphere is one of the most important component of natural environment, because lithosphere provide us different things which are required to have a favorable condition. Now moving to the next component of natural environment. The second component of natural environment is hydrosphere. So hydrosphere means the earth's surface which is covered with water came under the domain of hydrosphere. So as we know that about 71% of our earth is covered with water. That's why our earth is called water planet. So the available water on the earth's surface came from the different sources of water, which are river, lake, water and ocean. So all these different forms of water, different sources of water, when collectively called hydrosphere, or the domain of water on the earth surface. And we also know that water is very essential for all living organisms, because water provide the main support system for all living organisms, and without water life is not possible on the earth. And we know that water is also used for generating electricity, and water also used as a means of transport, like we use different ships, submarines, for the process of transporting some goods from one place to another. So this is the second main component of natural environment, which is called hydrosphere. First we have discussed about lithosphere, which comprises of the land surface of the earth, and hydrosphere is the surface which is covered with water. Now moving to the third component of natural environment. Yes, now moving to the third component of natural environment, which is called atmosphere. So we know atmosphere is a blanket of air that envelopes the earth. So atmosphere is the thing which, it's called the blanket that cover the whole surface of earth. So this is called atmosphere. It is a very thin layer of air. It is a very thin layer of air which surround the earth surface. So this atmosphere is found in our environment. So the atmosphere presence is responsible for the gravitational force of earth. So gravitational force of earth hold the atmosphere around the surface of Earth. So the presence of atmosphere is due to the gravitational force which is found in our atmosphere, right? So atmosphere protect us from harmful rays, like the rays which came from sun. So atmosphere protect us from the harmful or scorching heat rays which came from the sun. So atmosphere is a very important component for our natural environment. So it consists of number of gases. This atmosphere is consist of number of gases, like it consists of 78% of nitrogen and 21% of oxygen, and 1% of gases include carbon dioxide, water vapor, smoke and dust particle. And if there will be any change in atmosphere, this change in atmosphere will lead to change in weather or climate. For example, if we talk about the atmosphere in during summer season, the air particles become very heat. The air particles become heated up due to the presence of sun rays. So the reason for change in weather or climate is that the air particle present in atmosphere are very much heated up. This causes change in weather or change in climate. Same in the season of winter, the air particles are not very heated up because the rays of sun in the winter seasons are not very hot. So the reason behind the weather is cool or pleasant in winter season is due to the presence of air particles which are not very heated up due to less sun rays. So we can say that if there will be any change in atmosphere, or we can call if there will be any change in the air particles which are present in atmosphere, it may lead to change in weather or change in climate. So this was your first topic of this chapter, environment, in which we have discussed that environment consists of two type of environment. First is natural environment and second one is human environment. In this video we have discussed about the natural environment concept, which we came to know that natural environment consists of living things as well as non-living things. And when we talk about different components of natural environment, we discuss about lithosphere, which is the surface of land. Then we discuss about hydrosphere, which is the surface of earth, and in last we discuss about atmosphere, which is the surface of air. That means our natural environment consists of land, air and water. So the land area is called as lithosphere of our surface, air area of our surface is called atmosphere, and water surface of earth is called hydrosphere. I hope you all understand this topic. So the work that you all have to perform from your home, you have to draw the three main domains of natural environment, which is lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere, in your notebooks. Thank you and have a nice day.